At this point, everyone knows the Ghost of Yōtei is complete shit and a financial disaster. And a lot of you have already heard, but some of you still haven't, about the absolute peak wokeness ending of this game, where it literally pulls a Last of Us and it's gonna be, I'm gonna be a dad! Yes, two lesbians are now gonna grow it's gonna be great, boys. Don't worry about it, okay? Best ending ever. My god. This game could not have been a more political message if they even tried harder.
My joke didn't make the game do any worse. My firing didn't make the game do any better. So...
But I feel better inside knowing that you got fired. And I hope the next job also fires you.
Really, the only thing that the harassment campaign succeeded in was sucking all the...
Please. No one cares about you that much, honestly. You're not even a blimp on the radar.
Joy out of my life. So I guess that's a W.
What's up, Space Pirates? This is your Admiral, the unbelievably unforgettable Dr. Disaster, and I am struggling to get to the topics of this video without laughing my ass off. Sucker Punch and their defenders have tried so hard to convince gamers that Ghost of Yōtei isn't woke, but it seems...
Best bamboo cutting minigame ever! You can catch fish, okay? You can catch fish, but did you see the bamboo minigame? That's all this hinges on, okay? Did you see the bamboo cutting minigame?
Like Sucker Punch just couldn't help themselves, they came up with an ending to Ghost of Yōtei that is so on the nose woke that I dare you to try not to laugh out loud when you hear it.
You're right.
Alright now, I'm gonna show it to you in a second here, but keep in
Dumb and Dumber was such a good movie.
mind the context that this is the actress who plays the main character in the game. She is openly queer and makes that the majority of her personality.
She's also openly retarded.
And also keep in mind that the other day, IGN was ragging on Sony for telling the same story over and over, and it looks like they were right, because as you can see from the video that I have playing here, it looks like Ghost of Yōtei is recycling the ending of The Last of Us 2, with Atsu's story ending with her raising a kid together with another lesbian.
Wait. The full story of this is kind of more insane because someone wrote this out, because I haven't obviously played this garbage, neither have you. We're just making fun of it because there's people who say, oh, it sure looks beautiful. Yeah, so does my poop. It is what it is. But this is not a random, just, lesbian character. She was a part of the people who killed her family or something like that. And in short, that it's completely insane that of all the lesbians in the world, she picks this one.
No wonder all of the shills defending this game don't want to talk about the story. Instead, they focus on stupid shit, like being able to cut grass with your sword.
Talk about the bamboo cutting.
Go fishing, or ride your horse around with a beautiful mountainous backdrop, and to all of the people bragging about...
He didn't mention the bamboo cutting. He didn't mention bamboo. I am disappointed. I am so disappointed.
About that crap, my dudes. I was doing that shit.
Oh god, this is the I Am Woman Hear Me Roar. Holy.
In 1998 with Ocarina of Time. Sure, the graphics are better now, but really, anyone who has been playing video games for longer than 5 minutes looks at the stuff that they're showing off and we say,
I don't give a rat's ass.
So, with all of that in mind, it really is no wonder why we still haven't heard any official sales data as of the time of this recording from Sony or Sucker Punch surrounding this game, as more and more of the story from this game comes out.
You don't have to release the sales data for every game that comes out. There's no need. Yes, there is. Listen, every single successful game releases their sales numbers, because if a lot of people are playing your game, then a lot of people are gonna want to play your game more, because that's just how these things work, okay? Herd mentality is a real thing, and it works in gaming. Herd mentality in gaming, by the way, is the only mentality that I honestly kinda think is reasonable, because most people don't like slop. So if I know a lot of people are talking about X and saying it's good, it's probably decent, because on average, the normal person is not wrong about normal stuff. The normal people are wrong about specialized knowledge. Being a doctor, finance and things like that. But just average normal stuff like, are eggs delicious? Is steak good? The answer is going to be yes and more yes. And everyone, because the average person is not wrong on average things. That's simply how it is. So the fact that the average person is not talking about this game, they're not buying this game, means it's shit. Pure and simple.
The more we learn that they were really making this for the modern audience, and it becomes very hard to imagine that word of mouth, which is what a game banks on after the launch weekend finishes and the marketing campaign peters out, but it's hard to imagine that word of mouth is going to be doing them any favors.
Everything you've heard about me is true.
I know.
Damn. Also, good point, okay? At this point, boys, you know what you have to do. Like the video, hype it up if you're on mobile device. I greatly appreciate everyone who does it. It takes less than a second, and it tremendously helps me out. But seriously, thank you for all the support. Thank you, all of you who do this. And if you think that this stuff is important, then more people do need to talk and hear about how bad Ghost of Yōtei is, so they save themselves. How much is this slop? $80? $80? Definitely, then you must right now like the video or hype it up on mobile device, because this will 100% guarantee that more people will see it. You have the ability to make more people see this video. So, thank you for everyone who does that.
Make sure that you hit the like button on this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I've had a lot of people tell me that they have been unwillingly unsubscribed to the channel recently, so make sure you look into that, and also give me a follow over on X, where my handle is Dr. Disaster1, and if you feel like supporting the channel and helping keep the...
Listen, do not follow me on X, okay? The things I posted are not kosher at all, okay? Listen, do not do that.
Lights on, consider becoming a member for as little as $5 per month. In any case,
listen, there ain't no filter on X, boys, okay? Everything that cannot be said on YouTube, tips hat of appropriate size, gets said on X.
Let's take a look at some more information concerning the recent release of Ghost of Yōtei. The defenders of this game are either seriously desperate, or they don't have...
I think they're just brain damaged.
...fully functional eyeballs or brains. I suppose that it could be all of that combined.
God, look at this absolute beauty. Are you not enthralled?
But this just hit my social media feed several times in the past.
This looks like a perfect thumbnail. I'm pausing the video and I am making a screenshot. Wait a minute, boys. Just a second. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. Now that's a thumbnail.
Last few hours, the r/Ghost of Tsushima page over on Reddit was talking about Ghost of Yōtei, and here they wrote,
Jin was sarcastic too sometimes, but Atsu is sarcastic and very hot. I never knew I would be
By the way, there's this way. I literally, before doing this video, I was on Twitter today and I saw people literally commenting about, man, Ghost of Yōtei, Atsu is so hot, guys. Are we talking about the same game? I'd rather be gay in Ghost of Tsushima. Not say that this is hot. Like, what the hell are we talking about here?
crushing over a game character after Lara Croft, Ada Wong, and Bayonetta.
And I've gotta ask, what effing universe are you from, my dude? Seriously, Erika Ishii is the opposite of attractive to the vast majority.
Now, she does have some almost... I say almost decent pictures online because I have obviously searched up her face for thumbnails for these videos. It's a part of the job. So, she does have some pictures that are kinda decent, but man, every time that you look at those kinda decent pictures, it's like they are trying so desperately hard to make her even remotely hot at this point, and her typical picture looks pretty disgusting.
Of people. I suppose there's a Ken for every Barbie out there, but putting this character on a pedestal alongside the likes of Bayonetta or Lara Croft without even mentioning Eve from Stellar Blade is astonishing, and the most likely case scenario is that this person probably didn't even like Stellar Blade and didn't like Eve. They'd probably say that that character was for gooners or something, but if you told
Boys, listen, remember, anytime you think about gooning, remember the most important Chinese proverb ever. Chan mi miang pa, okay? Chan mi miang pa. That means I'm gooning the fem... I'm never really winning these allegations, am I, at this rate? But that matters. Chan ni miang pa. Okay?
Told 90% of women that they look like Erika Ishii, even if you said it in a complimentary tone
They
of
would
voice,
hate it.
they would be offended, or they would be lying. As
Yeah, we learned this from the Lizzo situation, where she was more fat than she is now, because she's still fat. Or where women were like, Lizzo is beautiful, and then people were like, oh, yeah, I agree, you look just like Lizzo, and then they fucking lost it.
Asmongold actually talked about this idea in one of his recent videos, and he makes a pretty good point.
There is no
Disgusting.
audience benefit to having an
I'm talking about both of them.
ugly female protagonist.
Yep.
I'm sorry. There's not. Nobody wants it. Nobody advocates for it. And if you think that's not true, go ahead and next time you see one of the girls that are talking about how good these.
By the way, this spineless, low testosterone loser liar stole that from me because he watches my videos. He fucking stealth watches my videos. People have been sending me so many screenshots now that he's reacting to videos, and my videos are on the side, and he never clicks on them, and the times that he clicks, he's like, ah, ah, ah. What an absolute cowardly woman.
Characters look. Give them a compliment and tell them that they look like this character. You'll see them switch up real quick. You'll get blocked.
Running error of grief.
yeah.
We know that the studio will be taking on the sci-fi realm next with Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet.
By the way, I don't think this is going to be even worth talking about Intergalactic because it's going to be so sad.
Look like Lizzo, yeah, the Lizzo thing, yeah, exactly. Lizzo's so beautiful. Okay, well, you look like Lizzo. What the fuck's wrong with you? Exactly. No, I don't. Why? What's bad about that? I thought she was beautiful.
But yeah, we still don't
Stolen internet valor. I'm so sad.
have any official word yet as to how well Ghost of Yōtei fared over the weekend, and I personally am waiting with bated breath. The only thing I expect of these numbers for sure is that the game will not have done what a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima should have done. It will not have blown that game's sales numbers out of the water. If it had, they would have
The sales numbers are supposedly less than 40% what Ghost of Yōtei was. And by the way, we talked about this yesterday, but someone commented, and I don't know if the original way that they said this about Ghost of Yōtei numbers, that sales were below 40%. I don't know if that's the way that they intended, but someone did bring up a really good point that I missed. So, all of you who comment this stuff, thank you. Because sometimes I miss something because I'm not thinking about this constantly. So, all these small things, sometimes people do strike gold, and this is one of them. Thank you for that person who commented. And they said, wait, Ghost of Yōtei has 40% less physical sales than Ghost of Tsushima, and they're saying the Koof is was responsible for those extra 40% physical sales? Physical, when no one could leave the house? So, yeah, that's a good point, huh? So, when no one could leave the house and no one was ordering physical because all the places where you could buy this physically were closed, somehow that contributed to Ghost of Yōtei's sales. Physically. Interesting.
Already told us by now, I expect that sometime in the next few days they will drop the sales figures with some sort of a spin being used by all the game journalists.
Well, it's not going to be the sales numbers. It's going to be, oh, look at that. There's already 5 trillion people players. It's like Borderlands saying, oh, we got 1 million players. We only started giving out free game codes like 2 days in. With 1 million players, not payers, but players.
To make it seem like Yōtei is somehow performing amazingly well, kind of like when Assassin's Creed Shadows touted their player.
Wait, I'm not gonna lie, honestly. I look at this gameplay and I'm like, it's not technically super bad, but something's just wrong about it. I think it's the fact that we have a woman that, looks scared when she's swinging a sword, and then magical shit happens. That could be half of the problem. But I'm gonna be real, boys. This gameplay looks worse than Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm just gonna be brutally honest. I think if you have played Ghost of Tsushima, you need your fix of whatever the hell you want to call this. You're probably getting a better deal buying Assassin's Creed Shadows at this point. If you need a new release. Because, I'm not gonna lie, Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay looks more fun and fluid than this.
Count numbers rather than talk about sales figures, but when we dig into the data, we will almost certainly learn that Yōtei has underperformed compared to its predecessor and compared to expectations. That is what I expect to happen sometime in the next few days as the desperation becomes more palpable from the people out there who want to own the chuds on this subject. But this post here has just surfaced from that now ex-Sucker Punch developer who...
Yeah, we have seen this. And anyways, it's a complete disaster. I get it, Dr. Disaster. Anyway, 10 out of 10. Ghost of Yōtei is trash. No one likes it, and it's... Well, good luck, Sucker Punch Studios. You're gonna probably need it at this point, considering I don't believe that the sales for this can be good. Best case scenario, we get like 1 million. No, they're gonna probably do 2 million player announcement, which I don't think this game is gonna get. So I don't know. I think they could be blatantly lying at some point. I don't know. In any case, 10 out of 10. Bye.